Have you ever wondered if that old coin in your pocket or collection could be worth a fortune? Some rare coins have sold for millions of dollars, making them some of the most valuable collectibles in the world. In this video, we'll explore the most valuable coins and what makes them worth so much. Stay tuned, you won't want to miss this. First up, the Ulysses S. Grant, the 18th President of the United States, is a figure whose legacy is entwined with both military achievement and political leadership during one of the most tumultuous periods in American history. Serving as president from 1869 to 1877, Grant's leadership in the Civil War as a general for the Union Army helped pave the way for his political career. Grant played a crucial role in the Union victory over the Confederacy and, after the war, was elected as president. Grant's presidency came at a time when the United States was in the process of reconstructing the South after the Civil War. It was also a time when the country was dealing with economic challenges, corruption scandals, and efforts to solidify civil rights for former slaves through Reconstruction efforts. Grant's presidency, while marked by these challenges, also helped set the stage for the eventual industrialization of the nation and the creation of a more unified United States. While his time in office was marred by scandals, his post-presidential years were filled with financial struggles and attempts to rebuild his fortune. Ulysses S. Grant's legacy is cemented in American history, and his contributions as both a general and a leader remain influential even today. The Ulysses S. Grant gold-plated $1 coin is part of a special series of gold-plated coins issued to commemorate U.S. presidents. This particular coin features a beautiful and dignified portrait of Grant, capturing the determined and steadfast character for which he was known. The obverse of the coin showcases a detailed bust of Grant in military uniform, symbolizing his legacy as a military leader. Surrounding his image is the inscription, Ulysses S. Grant, along with his years of presidency, 1869 to 1877, providing a direct link to his time in office. On the reverse, the coin features a depiction of the U.S. Capitol building, along with the eagle, a symbol of American strength and unity. The reverse design is consistent with many U.S. commemorative coins and serves to emphasize Grant's connection to the nation's leadership and governance. A beautifully intricate wreath surrounds the eagle and the Capitol building, completing the overall design and reinforcing the themes of national pride and progress. The coin is gold-plated, which enhances its aesthetic appeal and makes it stand out from standard silver or copper coins. The plating also gives it a luxurious appearance, making it an attractive addition to any collection. The Ulysses S. Grant gold-plated $1 coin was issued as part of a limited edition series, with a total mintage that remains relatively low. While exact mintage figures can vary, it's generally accepted that only a limited number of these coins were produced, contributing to their scarcity and high value on the market today. Coins in fine condition, such as the one we are discussing today, are particularly sought after by collectors. The minting process during this period was not as precise as it is today, meaning that imperfections such as poor plating or uneven finishes were not uncommon. As such, a gold-plated coin in fine condition, one with a well-preserved finish and minimal signs of wear, is a rare find. In today's auction market, the value of the Ulysses S. Grant gold-plated $1 coin in fine condition can fluctuate based on demand and market trends. However, collectors can expect prices for these coins to range from $89,000 to $95,000, depending on factors like condition, plating quality, and the specific auction venue. Coins in pristine condition or with special features such as unique mint marks or historical significance can command even higher prices. While not the most expensive coin in the world, the Ulysses S. Grant gold-plated $1 coin is a valuable piece for collectors who are looking for a coin that blends historical significance with attractive design features. In fact, many collectors view these coins as an investment, expecting their value to appreciate over time due to their limited mintage and their connection to an important U.S. president. One of the things that makes this coin particularly interesting to collectors is the potential for errors. While the Ulysses S. Grant gold-plated $1 coin has a relatively simple design, small issues during the plating or minting process could result in color variations, misprints, or blemishes that make these coins unique. Errors such as these can significantly increase the value of the coin, as collectors are always on the lookout for rare, one-of-a-kind items. Collectors are drawn to coins like the Ulysses Grant, gold-plated $1 coin because of its historical significance, elegant design, and limited availability. The 1959 Monticello 5 cents. Jefferson nickel is part of a series that commemorates Thomas Jefferson, one of America's founding fathers and the third president of the United States. The coin was designed by Felix Schlag, and it first appeared in 1938 replacing the Buffalo nickel. Jefferson's image has been featured on the obverse of the coin since its inception, while the reverse showcases the Monticello mansion, Jefferson's home in Virginia. In 1959, the coin was minted during a time of great transition in the United States. The post-World War II era had brought prosperity and growth to the nation, and coins from this period reflect the optimism and new challenges faced by American society. The 1959 Jefferson nickel was part of a production run by the U.S. Mint that included both the standard and some unique variations, such as mint mark differences. The 1959 Jefferson nickel continues the tradition set by its predecessors, with the obverse displaying a profile of Thomas Jefferson, facing left. This iconic image is accompanied by the inscription, "In God We Trust Liberty and the Year of Mintage, 1959. The reverse features an image of Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate, with the words Monticello and E pluribus unum. The coin's design has remained largely unchanged for decades, contributing to its historical significance. The distinguishing feature of this particular coin is the large date variety, which was caused by a modification in the minting dies. The large date version has numerals that are noticeably larger than those seen in the previous years. On top of this specific coin has a D mint mark, indicating that it was produced at the Denver Mint. However, this coin's most interesting feature is its black color and dirty condition. This coloration is likely the result of prolonged exposure to dirt, grime, or environmental factors which has altered the coin's appearance. While it might not be in pristine condition, its unique color gives it a distinctive character that makes it intriguing to collectors. The market value of a coin, like the 1959 Jefferson nickel in this condition, varies significantly based on factors such as rarity, errors, and collector interest. In today's auction market, coins with unusual characteristics, such as the black coloration and dirty condition, can sometimes fetch higher prices due to their uniqueness and the fact that they may not be seen often in circulation. Although this coin is not in mint state, its value could range from $56,000 or more, depending on the exact condition and demand from collectors who value distinctive examples like this. The presence of the D mint mark further enhances its appeal to collectors, as coins from the Denver Mint are often more sought after than their counterparts produced in other mints. The large date variety also adds to the allure, as certain collectors focus on specific year variations. Collectors who focus on Jefferson nickels will find this coin particularly interesting due to its combination of design features, its mint mark, and its condition. The fact that it carries the large date and D mint mark makes it a desirable piece for those who specialize in minting variations. The black coloration and dirty condition may appeal to collectors of oddities or those who appreciate coins with unique, non-traditional appearances. It also offers an opportunity for collectors to acquire a coin that tells a story of its time in circulation, adding an element of historical charm to its value. Next up, James Buchanan, the 15th President of the United States, served from 1857 to 1861, just before the outbreak of the Civil War. Buchanan's presidency is often viewed as a time of political division and instability as tensions over slavery and state rights began to reach their peak. Buchanan, a Democrat, was known for his moderate stance on the issue of slavery, but his inability to find a lasting solution to the growing divide between North and South is often cited as one of the reasons he is considered one of the least effective U.S. presidents. Buchanan's presidency was dominated by the issue of secession, with Southern states preparing to leave the Union following the election of Abraham Lincoln in 1856-1860. Buchanan's failure to act decisively on this matter ultimately contributed to the division of the nation, which led to the Civil War shortly after his term ended. While Buchanan's presidency was marked by controversy and challenges, his legacy remains an essential chapter in the story of America's pre-Civil War years. The James Buchanan gold-plated $1 coin is another entry in the series of gold-plated coins that celebrate U.S. presidents. The design of this coin captures Buchanan's somber and reflective character, with a finely detailed portrait of Buchanan featured prominently on the obverse. The image is based on historical likenesses of Buchanan, showcasing the sharp features and distinguished look of the 15th president. Surrounding the portrait is the inscription, James Buchanan, along with the years of his presidency, 1857 to 1861. On the reverse, the coin features the familiar depiction of the U.S. Capitol building, framed by a detailed wreath. The design emphasizes Buchanan's connection to the heart of American government, with the eagle featured prominently as a symbol of strength and unity. This reverse design mirrors many other coins in the series and reinforces the theme of presidential power and national governance. The coin's gold-plated finish adds an extra layer of elegance, enhancing the historical weight of the coin while making it an attractive collectible. This particular James Buchanan gold-plated $1 coin is in lamination rusty condition, which means that it has developed noticeable flaws due to the minting or plating process. Lamination errors occur when the metal layers in the coin separate or peel during production. In the case of this coin, the rust-like discoloration on its surface adds a unique touch, but also diminishes its overall condition. Despite the rust and flaws, laminated coins can be particularly interesting to collectors, as these imperfections are seen as rare errors that could significantly impact the coin's value. This coin's rusty appearance gives it an added charm for collectors who enjoy tracking down coins with manufacturing imperfections. As a result, this coin may have a different market value than a more perfect version of the same coin, but its uniqueness might attract collectors looking for rare errors. The market value of the James Buchanan gold-plated $1 coin in lamination rusty condition can range from $100,000 depending on factors like auction location, interest from potential buyers, and the overall condition of the coin. While a pristine coin may fetch a higher price, a rusty or laminated coin still holds considerable appeal due to its rarity and the unique qualities that come with these kinds of errors. Coins like these can also be valuable to historians or collectors interested in the era of Buchanan's presidency, as they tie into a pivotal moment in U.S. history. Despite the imperfections, these coins remain a significant part of the broader presidential coin collection market. For collectors, errors like lamination rust on a coin can actually increase its market value, as these imperfections are part of what makes the coin special. Collectors of error coins often seek out these types of pieces because they offer insight into the minting process and can be rare examples of production anomalies. In the case of the James Buchanan gold-plated $1 coin, the lamination rust gives it a distinctive character that some collectors may find particularly appealing. Those interested in presidential coins or gold-plated commemorative pieces will want to add this unique item to their collection, especially if they are focused on acquiring rare errors that make the coin stand out. Next up, the 1970 Jefferson nickel, bearing the large date and a D mint mark, is part of a long-standing tradition in U.S. coinage that traces back to the early 19th century. The Jefferson nickel was first minted in 1938, designed by Felix Schlag, and it features an iconic portrayal of Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, on the obverse, and his home Monticello on the reverse. Jefferson's home, Monticello, serves as a symbol of his deep connection to the nation's founding and his contributions to American society. The 1970 coin was struck as part of the regular annual production of the Jefferson nickel, which was produced at 3 U.S. mint facilities, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. However, the particular version we're examining, with a D mint mark, was minted in Denver. While most of the Jefferson nickels of 1970 appear in fairly common conditions, the rarity of certain pieces like the full rusty red variant significantly elevates its market value today. Coins in this condition exhibit considerable wear, often due to harsh environmental factors like exposure to air, moisture, and even prolonged handling. But it's precisely this level of aging that has drawn in collectors looking for coins with unique characteristics. The 1970 Jefferson nickel was produced in large numbers with more than 1.7 billion coins struck at the Denver Mint alone. Generally speaking, the 1970 Jefferson nickel is not considered rare in its standard condition, as it remains relatively abundant in circulation today. However, coins in extreme conditions such as the full rusty red variant stand out due to their deterioration process, which can be caused by chemical reactions or exposure to acidic environments over time. The condition of these coins is often linked to the level of oxidation they experience, leading to distinct discoloration and surface changes. In terms of market value, the 1970 Jefferson nickel, with a large date and D mint mark in full rusty red color, could fetch anywhere between $29,000 depending on the severity of the condition, the color, and the desirability of the coin in the market. While not as high as more iconic rarities, these coins still capture the attention of collectors, particularly those interested in the nuances of post-1960s nickels. The Jefferson nickel of 1970 follows the traditional design that has defined the series for decades. The obverse features a left-facing bust of Thomas Jefferson, designed by Felix Schlag, which has remained unchanged since its introduction in 1938. Jefferson's distinct features are captured with remarkable detail, particularly his high forehead, strong nose, and facial expression that conveys a sense of calm authority. The reverse of the 1970 Jefferson nickel showcases Monticello, Jefferson's famous plantation and the place where he lived for much of his life. The building is beautifully represented in classical architecture, with the coin's inscription, Monticello, prominently displayed beneath the building, followed by the coin's denomination of 5 cents. It's important to note that the D mint mark, denoting the Denver Mint, can be found just to the right of Monticello. This mint mark is an important identifier when determining the specific origin of the coin, which can influence the value and collectability. As with many coins in circulation, there are instances where errors occur during the minting process. These errors can significantly increase the rarity and desirability of the coin among collectors. In the case of the 1970 Jefferson nickel, while there are no major striking errors associated with the year, the condition of the coin can still elevate its status as a collectible piece. The full rusty red coloration is a particular characteristic that collectors often seek, as it represents a unique version of the coin that has undergone significant environmental wear. Collectors of Jefferson nickels typically focus on variants that are either rare due to minting anomalies or those that have survived in exceptional condition over the years. Coins like the 1970 full rusty red nickel appeal to those who seek out specimens that tell a unique story of aging and preservation. The interest in coins with unique colorations or conditions like full rust is also driven by a growing trend of environmentally damaged coins in the market, which continue to be seen as fascinating artifacts of numismatic history. Next up, the Jefferson nickel has been an integral part of the U.S. coinage system since its debut in 1938. Named after Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, the coin was designed by artist Felix Schlag. The design of the Monticello nickel features Jefferson's profile on the obverse and an image of his iconic home, Monticello, on the reverse. The 1965 Jefferson nickel is part of a series minted during a time of significant change in the U.S. economy. The year 1965 saw the transition to coinage made primarily from base metals, as the rising cost of silver forced the U.S. Mint to reduce the silver content in many coins. As a result, the 1965 Jefferson nickel was minted from a copper-nickel alloy, making it less valuable in terms of material, but still important to collectors. This particular 1965 nickel is noteworthy because of its large date, a variation that has intrigued collectors for years. Large date nickels are characterized by numerals that are noticeably larger than those on the regular issue of the same year. This is a feature that can add significant value to a coin, especially when found in a unique or unusual condition, such as the black color and dirty condition seen on this particular coin. On the reverse side of the coin, we see a depiction of Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate. Surrounding the building are the words Monticello and E pluribus unum, along with the denomination 5 cents beneath the building. The mint mark is also located on the reverse, but in this case the coin in question does not have one, as it was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, which did not place mint marks on coins in 1965. The black color and dirty condition of this particular 1965 nickel add a unique aesthetic, making it stand out in a collection. While these conditions generally reduce a coin's market value, they also evoke a sense of history, as many coins from this period show signs of wear due to their extensive circulation. The 1965 Jefferson nickel, like most post-World War II nickels, had a large mintage. The total production for the year was around 1.8 billion coins, making the 1965 nickel fairly common in circulation. However, coins in unusual or unique conditions, such as this particular example, can command a premium. While the typical 1965 Jefferson nickel, in average circulated condition, is worth only a few cents, this black dirty variant may attract attention from niche collectors who appreciate coins with distinctive characteristics. Its value in today's auction market can range significantly, depending on the demand for coins with unusual patinas or aesthetic appeal. On average, this coin might fetch anywhere from $60,000 at auction, although specific sales can vary widely based on factors such as provenance, condition, and collector interest in unique pieces. In the world of numismatics, coins with unique features or errors often capture the attention of collectors. The 1965 large-date Jefferson nickel is already a sought-after variation due to the size of the numerals. However, this coin's dirty condition and blackened appearance may make it more desirable to collectors who appreciate the coin's historical narrative or are looking for more aesthetically distinct pieces. The lack of a mint mark, combined with the large date error, places this coin into a unique category. It is also worth noting that while the coin's appearance may detract from its technical value, some collectors may find the dirty aspect appealing, as it tells a story of years spent in circulation. Collectors who focus on collecting coins from the 1960s or those who specialize in error coins may find this particular 1965 Jefferson nickel especially intriguing. It provides a glimpse into the past, offering a visually striking example of how a coin can evolve through wear and aging, and it also highlights the growing market for coins with uncommon characteristics. Next up, Rutherford B. Hayes, the 19th President of the United States, served from 1877 to 1881. His presidency followed one of the most contentious elections in American history, the 1876 presidential election. Hayes, a Republican, contested the election results against Democrat Samuel Tilden, and the outcome was eventually decided through a congressional commission that awarded Hayes the presidency by a single electoral vote. This contested election, known as the Compromise of 1877, led to the end of Reconstruction in the South and the withdrawal of federal troops from southern states. Hayes's administration focused on civil service reform, efforts to end corruption in government, and the restoration of national unity after the Civil War. While his presidency was relatively short, it set the stage for significant changes in American political life, especially in terms of civil rights and governance. The United States gold-plated $1 coin bearing Hayes's likeness is part of the Presidential Dollar Coin series, which was minted to honor U.S. presidents starting in 2007. These coins, while not intended to be circulated in large numbers, became highly coveted by collectors due to their commemorative nature, intricate design, and of course the historical significance attached to each president. The Rutherford B. Hayes gold-plated $1 coin, although officially issued as part of the series, has grown in collector value over the years due to several factors. First, the number of coins issued was limited, which significantly boosted demand among collectors. The coin, minted in both uncirculated and proof conditions, is valued differently depending on its state of preservation. In good condition, collectors can expect the coin to fetch anywhere from $58,000 in the current market. However, for those in mint condition or with special certificates, prices can escalate, sometimes exceeding $93,000 at auction. It's important to note that while the mintage numbers for these coins were relatively high in terms of production, they were intended primarily for collectors rather than for circulation. Thus, the gold-plated versions have become highly sought after, especially as part of complete presidential coin collections. The design of the Rutherford B. Hayes gold-plated $1 coin is part of the U.S. Mint's Presidential Dollar Series, which features a consistent format for all coins in the series. The obverse of the coin features a portrait of President Hayes, designed by engraver Don Everhart. The design was meticulously crafted to capture Hayes's likeness in a dignified manner, reflective of his role as the president during a pivotal time in American history. Above Hayes's portrait, the coin displays the inscription Rutherford B. Hayes, along with his term, years 1877 to 1881, clearly marking his place in American history. Surrounding the portrait are the words, "In God We Trust," which have been part of U.S. coinage for over a century, and the coin's minting location, indicated by D for the Denver Mint or P for the Philadelphia Mint, depending on where the coin was minted. The reverse of the coin is standard across the presidential dollar series and features a striking image of the Statue of Liberty. This design is encircled by the inscriptions United States of America and $1, with the coin's year of issue and the mint mark. The gold plating gives the coin a radiant appearance, adding to its allure and making it stand out from other regular issue dollar coins. The golden hue and the meticulous detail of the design make this coin highly appealing to collectors. Although the Rutherford B. Hayes gold-plated $1 coin is primarily a commemorative piece, there are instances where errors in the coin's production have made certain versions even more valuable. Some collectors have found issues like misaligned dies or off-center strikes, which add an element of rarity to the coin and increase its value on the market. Furthermore, any mismatched minting, for example, a coin with a D mint mark when it was supposed to have a P, becomes a prime target for error coin enthusiasts. These unique errors increase a coin's desirability and collector interest, sometimes significantly raising its price in auction markets. When it comes to the collector interest for this coin, it's safe to say that it is strong, especially for those who focus on the presidents of the United States or those who are passionate about gold-plated coins. Collectors of presidential dollar coins see these as essential pieces for completing their series. The added gold plating and historical significance of Rutherford B. Hayes's presidency only serve to heighten interest coins in excellent condition, whether they come with original packaging or certificates of authenticity, fetch the highest prices at auction. With the increasing rarity of these coins, prices have been steadily climbing over the years. Next up, the 1977 Jefferson nickel, minted with a large date and a large D mint mark, represents another key point in the ongoing legacy of this 5-cent piece. The Jefferson nickel series was produced continuously from 1938, with very few changes to the overall design. The coins struck in the late 1970s, including the 1977 issue, reflect a growing interest in modern minting techniques, as the U.S. Mint continued its efforts to strike coins that would stand the test of time. By the late 1970s, Jefferson nickels were a common part of American currency, found in circulation across the country, used daily for purchases, and were integral to the American economy. However, as time passed, certain coins that endured harsh environmental conditions began to attract the attention of collectors. The 1977 nickel, in particular, has become highly valued due to its large D mint mark, which is an identifier that distinguishes it from other coins of the era. The large mint mark was a temporary change that was used in the minting process during the 1970s before being replaced with a smaller version in the following decades. Coins with these large mint marks are considered more scarce and are highly sought after by collectors looking for specific variations in their collections. The mintage of the 1977 Jefferson nickel was significant, with over 1.3 billion coins being struck at the Denver Mint. However, coins exhibiting unique qualities such as the green color and rusty, dirty condition have become rare finds in today's market, especially when found in excellent detail. Coins in this green, rusty condition can vary greatly in terms of value. While typical 1977 nickels are worth only a few cents, those in unique conditions, like the one we're discussing, can fetch anywhere between $79,000 in today's auction market, depending on the extent of the damage and the market demand for such unique pieces. As with the 1970 nickel, the 1977 Jefferson nickel features the same standard design that has been associated with the coin since 1938. The obverse shows a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, and the reverse displays Monticello. The large D mint mark, indicative of the Denver Mint, is positioned near Monticello, marking the coin's place of origin. The most notable feature of this coin is the green, rusty condition, which is a result of exposure to various environmental factors. The coin's unusual discoloration is what makes it particularly appealing to collectors who value coins with distinctive, non-traditional characteristics. While there are no major minting errors associated with the 1977 Jefferson nickel, its rusty green condition is what sets it apart from others of the same year. Coins that exhibit such discoloration or wear are highly sought after by those who appreciate the beauty in aged or damaged coins. Collectors often seek out these unique pieces because they provide insight into the coin's journey through time and its interaction with the world around it. The interest in these rusty green nickels has grown significantly in recent years as collectors continue to seek coins that offer something unusual, something that tells a story of survival and age. The 1977 Jefferson nickel's large D mint mark, combined with its rusty, dirty condition, makes it an intriguing and valuable piece for any collector. Next up, Zachary Taylor, the 12th President of the United States, served from 1849 until his death in 1850. Taylor, a career military officer, was a hero in the Mexican-American War and became known as Old Rough and Ready for his tough and resilient persona. His presidency, however, was cut short by his sudden death in 1850, just 16 months after taking office. Taylor's brief time in office was marked by significant issues surrounding slavery, particularly the debate over whether new territories acquired from Mexico should allow slavery. Taylor was a slave owner himself but resisted the extension of slavery into the new territories, a stance that put him at odds with Southern leaders. His untimely death brought his vice president, Millard Fillmore, into office, and Fillmore would go on to enact policies that dealt with the divisive issue of slavery. While Taylor's presidency was short, his impact on U.S. politics during a turbulent time made him a compelling figure in American history, which is why his commemorative coin holds so much value today. Much like the Rutherford B. Hayes gold-plated dollar, the Zachary Taylor gold-plated $1 coin was issued as part of the U.S. Mint's Presidential Dollar Series. The Taylor coin's market value is slightly lower than that of Hayes's coin due to its larger mintage, but it still commands a respectable price, particularly when in excellent condition. In good-to-fine condition, the Zachary Taylor coin can fetch between $47,000 at auction, with some specimens reaching as high as $50,000 for well-preserved or specially packaged versions. If you're lucky enough to find one with significant errors or particularly rare characteristics, prices could easily soar above $60,500. The design of the Zachary Taylor gold-plated dollar coin follows the same pattern as other coins in the presidential series. The obverse of the coin displays a well-detailed portrait of President Taylor, created by artist Don Everhart. As with all presidential dollar coins, Taylor's name, his presidential term, and the inscription, "In God We Trust," are featured on the obverse. On the reverse, the Statue of Liberty graces the design, symbolizing the enduring spirit of freedom and democracy in the United States. Surrounding the image are the words, "United States of America" and $1, further reinforcing the coin's legal tender status. The coin's gold plating gives it a luxurious appearance, making it a standout piece in any collection. As with the Hayes coin, this gold plating is a key feature that attracts collectors. Errors on Zachary Taylor. Coins are relatively rare, but do exist. Common errors include misaligned die strikes, off-center coins, or double die obverses. These imperfections, though subtle, add to the coin's rarity and make it more valuable to collectors, especially those who focus on errors. Collector interest in the Zachary Taylor gold-plated $1 coin is significant, particularly among those who specialize in presidential dollars. The relatively low mintage, combined with the historical context of Zachary Taylor's presidency and his iconic status as a military hero, makes this coin an attractive option for those looking to complete their collections. Next up, the 1942 Monticello Jefferson nickel holds a crucial place in U.S. coinage history. During the early 1940s, the U.S. Mint was undergoing significant changes as the country entered World War II. Many coins were needed for the war effort, and as such, certain denominations, including the nickel, became subject to adjustments in their composition. By 1942, the U.S. was facing a shortage of nickel, which led to the minting of wartime silver nickels made from a mix of copper, silver, and manganese. However, the regular 1942 Jefferson nickels were still produced in the usual nickel-copper composition. The 1942 Monticello 5-cents Jefferson nickel from this year carries both the traditional design and an important mint mark variation, one that is considered highly collectible by numismatists. In 1942, the large date variety was introduced, meaning that the numerals in the date were noticeably larger than in previous years. This variation occurred because of a change to the dies used for striking the coins, and it is considered a notable feature by collectors. The P mint mark indicates that this particular coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which at the time was the main facility for minting coins. The large P mint mark refers to the specific size of the letter P used on this coin's die, which stands out as one of the distinct features collectors seek in this variation. The 1942 Jefferson nickel features the familiar obverse portrait of Thomas Jefferson with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust Liberty," and 1942 surrounding the image. The reverse of the coin showcases Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate, with the words Monticello and a pluribus unum encircling the building. One of the most notable design features of this particular coin is the large date and the large P mint mark. The larger numerals on the date and the prominent mint mark make this coin a distinctive variant within the 1942 Jefferson nickel series. The Philadelphia Mint's large P is considered a noteworthy feature for collectors, as this mint mark is less common compared to the smaller P found on other years' coins. While the coin is in circulated condition, it has retained its integrity and is still a highly sought-after example of the 1942 Monticello 5-cents Jefferson nickel variety. The circulation wear on the coin does not detract from its desirability. Instead, it tells a story of the coin's journey through time, making it even more appealing to collectors who value historical context. In today's auction market, the 1942 Monticello Jefferson nickel with a large date and large P mint mark is worth significantly more than other standard 1942 nickels. Depending on the condition, these coins can fetch anywhere from $28,000 or more at auction. Coins that are in better condition or those that show minimal signs of wear could see even higher prices. The demand for these coins has steadily increased in recent years, especially as collectors become more interested in specific mint mark varieties and year-specific variations. Coins with minting errors or unique features like the large date and large P mint mark tend to do particularly well in auction settings, attracting premium bids from serious collectors. The 1942 Monticello 5-cents Jefferson nickel is of significant interest to collectors who specialize in wartime coinage, or those who focus on the Jefferson nickel series. Its large date and large P mint mark are highly coveted, making it a must-have for those trying to complete a comprehensive set of Jefferson nickels. Collectors who focus on mint marks will also be drawn to this coin, as the large P is a noteworthy feature. Additionally, this coin holds appeal for those interested in wartime-era coinage, as the 1942 year represents a pivotal moment in American history during World War II. Next up, William Henry Harrison, the 9th President of the United States, remains a significant yet often overlooked figure in American history. His presidency, though short-lived, was marked by his legendary military service and his brief tenure in office, which lasted only 31 days. The shortest presidency in U.S. history. Harrison's life story is one of endurance, leadership, and service to the nation, making him a fitting subject for a commemorative coin. Born on February 9, 1773, in Berkeley Plantation, Virginia, Harrison served as a military officer, diplomat, and politician. He gained national recognition for his leadership during the War of 1812, particularly during the Battle of Tippecanoe, where he decisively defeated the Shawnee tribe. Harrison's role as a war hero helped propel him to the presidency in 1841. However, after giving an inaugural address in freezing weather, Harrison succumbed to an illness and passed away just a month into office. Despite his brief time in office, Harrison's influence on American politics was significant, as his election marked the beginning of the Whig Party's brief ascendancy in U.S. politics. His legacy is celebrated through various commemorative items, including the gold-plated $1 coin, which highlights his leadership and the early years of the United States as it navigated expansion and political change. The William Henry Harrison gold-plated $1 coin is part of a series that celebrates U.S. presidents in a unique and artistic way. The coin itself is striking not just in its historical symbolism, but also in its physical design. The gold plating on this coin adds a touch of luxury and historical significance, making it a standout piece for collectors. On the obverse of the coin, we see a beautifully detailed portrait of President Harrison designed to capture his commanding presence. His facial features are sharp, and he is depicted with his military uniform, emphasizing his role as a general. The coin's reverse side features a traditional eagle, which symbolizes strength, freedom, and the spirit of the American Republic. The inscription reads, "In God we trust and liberty," elements that reinforce the American values Harrison helped defend during his military career. This design is a tribute to Harrison's military service, his leadership, and his presidency, albeit short-lived. The gold plating, though it doesn't add to the coin's intrinsic value in terms of weight, makes the coin more visually striking and appealing to collectors. The lustrous finish combined with the president's detailed portrait creates an aesthetic that speaks volumes about Harrison's enduring influence on U.S. history. The William Henry Harrison gold-plated $1 coin is considered rare, primarily due to its limited mintage and the popularity of collecting presidential commemorative coins. The mintage figures for these coins can vary depending on the specific release year, but Harrison's coin was issued during a period when the U.S. Mint began producing coins in limited numbers to maintain their value and collector appeal. The current market value of a William Henry Harrison gold-plated $1 coin can fluctuate based on the condition and demand within the numismatic community. Coins in good condition, like the one we're discussing today, can fetch between $10,000 in today's auction market. If the coin is in mint condition, the price can skyrocket, reaching values of $20,000 or more. The premium price is influenced by Harrison's historical significance, as well as the relative scarcity of well-preserved examples of this coin. Collectors often seek these coins for their historical relevance and connection to an important period in U.S. history. The popularity of presidential commemorative coins also plays a significant role in the demand for Harrison's coin, with numismatists appreciating the coin's aesthetic design and historical narrative. When it comes to errors, the William Henry Harrison gold-plated $1 coin is relatively straightforward in its design and production. However, as with all coins, slight imperfections in the minting process can lead to valuable collector's items. One potential error to look out for on these coins is a misalignment of the design. This could involve the portrait of Harrison being slightly off-center or the reverse side of the coin showing off-center elements. While the coin's primary appeal lies in its historical connection to President Harrison, there is also a niche group of collectors who specifically hunt for errors. Coins with misprints, unusual minting flaws, or other rare characteristics can fetch a premium price at auction, sometimes exceeding the average market value by a substantial margin. This added element of rarity contributes to the enduring collector interest in the William Henry Harrison gold-plated $1 coin. Next up, the 1949 Jefferson nickel is a significant coin in the history of U.S. numismatics. By 1949, the United States had recovered from the economic strains of the Great Depression and World War II. Coinage from this era reflects a period of prosperity, and the 1949 Jefferson nickel represents the tail end of the wartime coinage transition, where the U.S. Mint had moved away from using silver and nickels and other coins due to wartime shortages. In 1949, the Mint produced over 70 million Jefferson nickels, and like other coins from this period, it was minted primarily from copper-nickel alloys. This period of coin production saw various changes to U.S. coinage, especially in design and the minting process. The 1949 Jefferson nickel is part of the standard series featuring the profile of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and an image of his home, Monticello, on the reverse. Although the coin is relatively common, its value can fluctuate depending on the coin's condition, rarity, and collector demand. The design of the 1949 Jefferson nickel is identical to the 1938 design, which features Thomas Jefferson's portrait on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse. On the obverse, Jefferson's profile is surrounded by the inscriptions, "Liberty, in God we trust," and the date 1949. The reverse side features Monticello, surrounded by the inscriptions, "Monticello e pluribus unum," and the denomination, 5 cents. One key feature of the 1949 nickel is its mint mark, or rather, the lack of one. Coins from the Philadelphia Mint, like this one, were produced without a mint mark, which helps distinguish them from coins produced at the Denver or San Francisco mints, where a D or S mint mark would typically appear. This particular 1949 Jefferson nickel is in fine condition, meaning it has seen moderate circulation but still retains much of its original detail. The coin's fine condition makes it more valuable than those in lower grades, as collectors prefer coins with as much original detail as possible. The total mintage of the 1949 Jefferson nickel was over 70 million, with the majority of these coins being used in circulation. As such, the 1949 nickel is not particularly rare in itself. However, its value increases depending on its condition. In fine condition, a 1949 Jefferson nickel can be worth significantly more than its face value. In today's auction market, the 1949 Jefferson nickel in fine condition can fetch anywhere from $11,000 depending on factors such as its overall appearance, the reputation of the auction house, and current collector demand. While not considered a high-value coin compared to rarer nickels, its importance lies in its role as a representative of mid-century American coinage and its value to collectors of Jefferson nickels, or those focusing on coins from the late 1940s. While the 1949 Jefferson nickel may not feature any significant minting errors, its lack of a mint mark can still be an interesting feature for collectors, as coins from the Philadelphia Mint often attract attention for their distinctiveness. Additionally, the 1949 coin's fine condition makes it an appealing option for collectors seeking coins that still retain their details without showing excessive wear. Collectors who specialize in Jefferson nickels, or those who focus on coins minted in the 1940s, are often drawn to the 1949 issue. The coin is also popular among those who collect coins from the Philadelphia Mint during this period, and its fine condition only adds to its appeal. Next up, the 1942 Jefferson nickel holds significant historical importance. This coin was minted during World War II, a time when the U.S. government was involved in efforts to support the war both domestically and abroad. The Jefferson nickel series itself was introduced in 1938, replacing the older Buffalo nickel. However, by 1942, the United States was facing the economic and military challenges of the war, which would deeply influence coin production. The U.S. Treasury needed to find ways to conserve precious metals for the war effort, so in 1942, the composition of the nickel was altered. The original composition of the nickel was 75% copper and 25% nickel. However, starting in 1942, due to the nickel shortage caused by the war, the U.S. Mint began producing the Jefferson nickel in a new alloy: 56% copper, 35% silver, and 9% manganese. This change in composition was crucial for ensuring the availability of nickel for military use. It was also the year when the famous wartime silver nickels were struck. In addition to this, the 1942 Jefferson nickel was notable for its design change. While the reverse of the coin continued to display Monticello, the home of Thomas Jefferson, some coins from this year exhibited special wartime modifications. The total mintage of the 1942 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is significant in the context of other coins from the same era, but it is still rare and valuable among collectors today. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 120 million of these coins that year, making it a relatively common issue in terms of overall production. However, the real value for the 1942 Jefferson nickel lies in its condition. The 1942 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is highly desirable in circulated fine condition. This coin's condition is considered a good balance between rarity and availability. A fine condition coin typically shows some wear, but retains its overall details. In terms of coin grading, fine condition coins are not pristine, but they still exhibit legible details and are free from severe damage or corrosion. The design of Thomas Jefferson's portrait and Monticello on the reverse will be slightly worn, but still easily identifiable. In general, uncirculated versions of this coin hold much greater value, but even a coin in circulated fine condition can fetch an impressive price in today's market. The design of the 1942 Jefferson nickel is one of the most iconic in U.S. numismatics. The obverse of the coin features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States. Designed by artist Felix Schlag, the portrait is a side profile of Jefferson, which showcases his thoughtful and dignified features. The original design has long been admired for its clean and simple depiction of one of America's founding fathers. The 1942 coin, like others in the series, is 21.2 millimeters in diameter, with a weight of 5 grams. Its composition, altered for wartime, was a key feature in the coin's historical significance. Although the 1942 Jefferson nickel is not particularly famous for errors, there are some noteworthy anomalies. A common error that could enhance the value of the 1942 coin would be a die break or a minting flaw. These could manifest as doubling in the design elements or slightly misaligned images. However, such errors are rare and not typically found in every batch of coins. For collectors, any anomaly that involves the minting process will be significant. Die cracks, weak strikes, or other minor issues can make a coin more valuable, particularly if they are found in a coin with high collector demand, such as the 1942 Jefferson nickel. The market for the 1942 Jefferson nickel, particularly in circulated fine condition, can vary based on specific factors such as scarcity, demand, and condition. In today's auction market, a typical 1942 Jefferson nickel in fine condition can sell for approximately $20,000 depending on the level of wear and the presence of any unique errors. Coins in better condition, such as those rated in very fine or extremely fine, can see prices rise well into the $25,000 range. Those in mint state condition or possessing notable errors can fetch upwards of $28,000 or more. Collectors are especially drawn to this coin because of its historical significance, wartime minting changes, and its prominent place in the Jefferson nickel series. As the years pass, and as the number of available 1942 Jefferson nickels in decent condition dwindles, these coins are likely to appreciate in value, especially as part of a complete set of wartime nickels or Monticello designs. Thanks for joining us. Happy collecting!